Good evening, everyone. Is my voice audible? Please let me know whether my voice is audible, guys. Okay, great. Thank you. So, I'll give you like 30 seconds of time. So, share this video with your friends. So, if I get 1,000 attendees today during this live session, I'll be giving you a link where you can download an ebook that has 500 solved questions from Aptitude. Okay. So, try to share this link with all your friends. Tell them to join this session. All right. So, yeah. So today we are going to solve questions under number system topic, that is highest power and trailing zeros. So let me give you a brief about what kind of questions you will get from highest power. So for example, remainder of 350 factorial divided by 7 power n is equal to 0. In this case, what is the maximum value of n? That is what they will ask you. Okay. So remainder of 350 factorial divided by 7 power n is equal to 0. If this is the case, what is the maximum value of n that we can substitute in this expression? This is highest power. And with respect to trailing zeros, questions will be like 100 factorial. When you expand this and write the answer, after the last significant digit, okay, what is a significant digit? Any digit from 1 to 9 is a significant digit. After the last significant digit, how many zeros are there? Okay, so this is trailing zeros. So these are the two concepts which we are going to see today, and also I'm going to solve the questions which I gave on the first 2 days as assignments. Okay, so after we see these two topics, we will solve those assignment questions. Great. Now, so we are going to start our live coaching for TCS, NQT, Wipro, NLTH and Infosys for 2022 graduates from January 2nd. This will be a total 155 hours of training, including a certified course on C programming. So details are in this website. You can check it out. The link is also in the description. And before starting today's session, I would like to give you a brief about what kind of training we are going to take. So this first 30 hours, that is from December 1 to 30, these 30 hours, every day 1 hour training will be there. This is to cover basics in quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning and verbal ability. So there are multiple topics from these sections: quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning and verbal ability. So we will be covering only the basics of this, so that people who are willing to prepare on their own, they will have a better idea on the basics, so that it will help them to prepare on their own. After this, those who are willing to participate in our training program, you can join through two modes. One is through college management. So already some colleges have signed MOU with us. So the students of those colleges will be attending the training session. The course fee will be given by the college management. If your college has not opted for this particular training program, you can join on your individual interest. Okay, and for this, the course structure, the course fee, all these things are mentioned in the website link. So in the 105 hours, you'll have 60 hours of quantitative aptitude, 15 hours for logical reasoning, 30 hours for actually 25 hours for verbal ability and 5 hours for interview preparation. So this is the breakup of these 105 hours. Whether you join as an individual or through your college management, the same content will be delivered to you. After that, there will be a 50 hours of training, which is certified C programming course. All right. So even this, will be concentrated on making you get selected in these companies, TCS, Wipro, Infosys, all these things, right? See, we will be focusing on the pattern and the model questions that are asked in these companies. But when we combine all these patterns together, when you learn all these things, not only for these companies, you can attend interview of any company. Okay, Accenture, CTS, Emphasis, like this, any company, Hexaware. Okay, and also this aptitude part will help you in cracking government exams as well as higher education exams like management exams, GMAT, GRE. Okay, so I just wanted to clarify this because some student asked me yesterday whether we have to pay fees for this particular free 30 hours of session. It is not required. This is free for you. Okay, if college management is asking, that means they have signed MOU with us. They will be asking fees for this 105 hours of training session, 155 hours of training. Okay, let us get into the session now. Now, see this. What is the highest power of 5 that can divide 100 without leaving a remainder? Now, I am taking a very simple question. Okay, this is not 100 factorial. This is just 100. I am taking a very simple value to make you understand how this works. That means highest power of 5 that can divide 100 without leaving a remainder. That means what? Remainder of 100 divided by 5 raised to the power n should be equal to 0. This is the meaning of this particular question, right? Okay. Now, how can we express 100? Can we express 100 as 5 into 5 into 2 into 2, which is 25 into 4, which is 100, right? 5 power n, which is equal to 0. Now, in the numerator, you can see there are 2 5s. Am I correct? In the denominator also, if you put 2 5s, that is 5 into 5. This 5 and this 5 will get cancelled. This 5 and this 5 will get cancelled. That means, but if you put one more 5, what will happen? This 5 will not get cancelled at all, right? It will remain as it is. And then there are no multiples of 5 in the numerator. So when you divide it by 5, it will not give remainder 0, right? So the n value, the maximum value of n, okay, maximum value of n is nothing but number of 5s in numerator. How many ever number of 5s are there in the numerator, that is the maximum value of n that can be used in 5 power n, so that the remainder will be 0. Did you understand, guys? Any doubt in this? Very good. Ashutosh, very good. 2. Students from Kaveri Engineering College, Tamil Nadu. I am taking this session just 40 kilometers away from you. Tamil Nadu College of Engineering, I am taking this class from like 60 kilometers away from you. Okay. Okay, done. So I'll repeat this one more time because this is the very basic of this particular model, so that you will understand the basics properly. They are asking remainder of 100 divided by 5 raised to the power n should be equal to 0. In this case, what is the maximum value of n? Okay, maximum value of n, that is what they are asking. if I have an expression 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 5 into 5. Okay, this is a number. When I divide this by 3, what will happen? What will happen to the remainder when I divide this by 3? Since the numerator is a multiple of 3, remainder will be 0, right? When I multiply with or when I divide with 9, that is 3 into 3, what will happen? In the numerator, as you can see, 3 into 3 is there. That means the number in the numerator is actually a multiple of 9. So multiple of 9 when divided by 9, remainder will still be 0. When I divide it by 27, that is 3 into 3 into 3, right? Here also in numerator you can see 3 into 3 into 3, it is a multiple of 27. This is actually 27 into 2 into 2 into 5 into 5. So numerator is a multiple of 27, denominator is 27. So the number, a multiple of 27 divided by 27 will give remainder 0. But if I add one more 3 in the denominator, what happens? That is when I multiply one more 3 in the denominator. In numerator, there are only 3 3's, but in denominator, there are 4 3's. These 3 3's and these 3 3's will get cancelled. When you divide the remaining values by 3, the remainder will not be 0. So, to make sure the remainder is 0, what we have to do? How many ever 3's are there in the numerator, the same number of 3's should be used to divide. The same thing we are doing here. Remainder of 100 is 2 into 2 into 5 into 5. When you divide this by 5 into 5, what will happen? Numerator is actually a multiple of 25. A multiple of 25 divided by 25 will give remainder 0. Even if you multiply one more 5 in the denominator, remainder will not be 0. So which means how many ever number of 5's are there? Maximum value of n is what? Number of 5's in numerator. Whatever number of 5's is there in numerator, that will be the maximum value of n that you can use in denominator. Okay. I hope you all understood. Okay. So if you still didn't understand, don't worry, this video will be there on the YouTube. You can come back and refer. And I will, at the end of the session, I will also give my contact number. If you still have doubts, you can text me and ask me. I will clarify them. Yesterday, some of the students asked me some doubts. I clarified it. So if you have any doubts during this session, please do. Okay, please text me. I will clarify that. All right. See this question. What is the highest power of 5 that can divide 5 into 10 into 15 into 20 into 25 without leaving a remainder? So what does it mean? Remainder of 5 into, instead of 10, can I write 10 as 5 into 2? Instead of 10, I am writing it as 5 into 2. Instead of 15, I am writing it as 5 into 3. Instead of 20, I am writing it as 5 into 4. Instead of 25, I am writing it as 5 into 5. When you divide the whole value by 5 power n, the remainder should be 0. In this case, what is the maximum value of n? That is what they are asking, right? In this case, what is the maximum value of n? What did we see in the previous question? How many ever 5's are there in the numerator? If you put the same number of 5's in the denominator, what will happen? Remainder will still be 0. So that will be the maximum number of 5's you can put in the denominator. All right. So the number of 5's, the maximum number of 5's that can come in the denominator is same as the number of 5's that are there in the numerator. 5 into 5 into. So this is considered. This is considered. Now let us consider this. Let us consider this now. Let us consider these two. Right? So what happens here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the maximum value of n is 6. Right? what does it mean? Remainder of 5 into 10 into 15 into 20 into 25 divided by 5 power n is equal to 0. Maximum value of n is 6. Got it? Some people, what they do is, okay, 5 multiples of 5 are there. So 5 is there, 10 is there, 15 is there, 20 is there, 25 is there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 multiples of 5 are there. So n value maximum, it can be 5. They will do this mistake. Okay, but in 25, we can write it as 5 into 5, which will give 2 5s in 25. So which means the actual answer will be 6. Okay, so that is why I included this 25 here, because in further questions which we are going to see, this will play a crucial role. All right, and this is very related to finding trailing zeros, number of trailing zeros. That is finding highest power of 5 is same as finding number of trailing zeros. I will tell you why that these two are relevant. Right? Okay. Very good, guys. Very good. Oh my God. So many of you have given the correct answer. Wonderful. Okay. Now let us see the next question. What is the highest power of 5 that can divide 100 factorial? Now, this is a little complicated, right? Not too complicated. It is very simple to solve. This is a basic question only. Okay. For this, if you see this now, you will memorize the answer. 24 is the answer. You will memorize it. You will never forget in your life. Because this question has been asked so many times in so many exams. Now, 100 factorial. How can I write 100 factorial? 1 into, 2 into, 3 into, 4 into, 5 into, like this, till 99 into 100. This is how I can expand 100 factorial divided by 5 power n. What did we see in the previous two questions? The number of 5s that are there in the numerator is the answer, right? So we have to find out how many 5s are there. All multiples of 5, let us write down. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Similarly, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 85, 90, 95 and 100. Now, we have to consider only the multiples of 5, because other numbers, the numbers that are not multiples of 5, they do not have 5 in it. Am I right? If you take 24 or if you take 28, does it have 5 in it? It is actually 7 into 2 into 2, right? It doesn't have any 5 in it. No need to consider the values that are not multiples of 5. So when we consider only these, in this we have 1, in this we have 10 is actually 2 into 5, right? So in this we have 1 5, 15 is 3 into 5, so 1 5 here, 20 is 4 into 5, like that one. But see this 25, this is very important. Multiples of 25. Okay, multiples of 25 will have 2 5s in them, right? 25 is 5 into 5. 30 will have only 1 5, 35 will have 1, 40 will have 1, 45 will have 1. When it comes to 50, what happens? 50 is nothing but 25 into 2, which means this 25 will have 2 5s in it, right? So when you add all these things, you will get 4, 4, and then another 12. Okay. In 55, there will be 1. In 60, there will be 1, like this. In 75, there will be 2, because 75 is 3 into 25. 80, you will have 1. 85, 1. 90, you will have 1. 95, 1. In 100, you will have 2. Here also 12. So 12 plus 12. 12 plus 12, what do you get? 24. So there are 24 5s in the numerator. So the maximum power of 5 power n, okay, maximum value can be 5 power 24 In denominator, if you put 5 power 24, you will have remainder 0. This is the maximum value of n you can substitute. But this method is actually complicated. Okay, the method in which I have solved, this is for you to understand how it works, right? Very good. Thank you, Harimat, thank you. So this is something I explained this so that you will understand how this works. Okay, but actually there is a simpler method that can be used to get answer for this. Let us see what is that method. I hope you all understood so far whatever I have explained. The simplest thing is how many ever 5s that are there in the numerator, that many number of 5s that can come in the denominator. Okay, so our agenda is to find out how many 5s are there in the numerator. Okay. Now, x factorial is given. Okay. In the question, x factorial is given like this. First thing what we have to find out is, we have to find out the range of x. If x is greater than or equal to 5 square and less than 5 cube, this is one range. X is greater than or equal to 5 power 1 but less than 5 square, or x is greater than or equal to 5 cube but less than 5 power 4. X is greater than or equal to 5 power 4 but less than 5 power 5. So for each case there will be a certain expression. You don't have to worry about that. It is going to be very simple only. It's not too complicated at all. Okay. For the first scenario, for this scenario, the formula that you have to use is x by 5 power 1. That's all. You will get the number of trailing zeros. For example, how many trailing zeros are there in 20 factorial? Okay. How many what is the highest power of 5 that can be used to divide 20 factorial? For this, 20 by 5 power 1. How much is that? 4. That's all. You got the answer. Okay. 5 raised to the power 1. If this is the case, x by, that is x value is greater than 25 but less than 125. Like in this question, right? 100 is the value, right? So x by 5 power 1 plus x by 5 power 2. Okay. So for this question, what will be the answer? 100 by 5 plus 100 by 25. How much is this? It's very simple, right? 20 plus 4, 24. You can directly get the answer like this. Okay. So in this question, instead of 100, if they had given 600, okay, 600 factorial. For this, we have to find out number of highest power of n. Okay, highest power of 5. Sorry. In this case, x by 5 power 1 plus x by 5 power 2 plus x by 5 power 3. Why? 600 is greater than 125 but less than 625, which is 5 power 4. Now, one more thing. Remember everyone, you don't have to find the decimal values. You have to find out only the quotient. So for this, for 600 factorial, okay, for this what we have to do? Quotient of x by 5 power 1 plus quotient of x by 5 power 2 plus quotient of x by 5 power 3, right? So what will happen? What is quotient of 600 by 5? It will be 120. Quotient of 600 by 25, it will be 24, right? Okay. Quotient of 600 by 125. So you know 600 is not exactly divisible by 125, but only when you take the quotient, what will happen? You will have 4. 4 times 125 is 500, which is just less than 600. So your answer will be 128 for this number. Okay. For 600 factorial, there can be 128 5s in the denominator. Highest power of 5 is 128. Okay. So remember this, whatever range you have, you can use this. There is also another way in which you can do this. Okay. There is also another way in which you can do this. I will explain that also now. So far, do you have any doubts? Please let me know in the comment section. How answer 4? Pavan, see, I am taking only the quotient of 600 when I divide it by 125. Okay, so quotient of 600 by, see, when you take the exact value, it will be 4.8. Okay, yeah, 148. Sorry, so it will be 148. $148. Here I am taking only quotient of 600 by 125. That will give me 4. What is quotient? 600 by 125. 4 times 500, remainder 100. Before keeping decimal value, whatever is there, that is the quotient. Okay. Fine. Now the other method, this you will feel even simpler. Okay. So the value 100 is given, right? Divided by 5. You get 20. Again divided by 5. You will get 4. Now can you divide it by, what is the quotient? When you divide it by 5, what is the quotient? You get 20 as the quotient, right? Okay, when you divide 20 by 5, the quotient is 4. Yeah? Okay. Add these two, you will get the answer. If 600 is given, when you divide this by 5, what will be the quotient? 120. Write this 120 here. Again, divide it by 5. You get 24. Right? Okay. Again, divide this by 5. What will be the quotient? Quotient will be 4. After this, you will have remainder 4 that cannot be divided by 5. Right? You will get a value that is less than 5. Whenever you get a value which is less than 5, stop at that point, add these values. You get 148. If 1000 factorial is given, okay, if 1000 factorial is given, so when you divide it by 5, you get 200. Write the 200 here. It is still greater than 5. Divided by 5, you get 40. Again, divided by 5, you get 8. Keep this 8 here. Again, divided by 5, you get 1. Now, you will get a value which is less than 5. Don't do anymore. Add these values. 200 plus 40 plus 8 plus 1 is 249. This will be the answer. Like this also, you can find out the highest power of 5. Yes. It must be quotient. Yes, Kalaiarasan, it must be quotient. 134 factorial. What if 134 factorial is given? 134 factorial means 134 by 5 plus 134 by 25 plus 134 by 125. What will happen? Here 134 by 5, when you put this, you will get 26. Quotient will be 26. You have to only take the quotient, okay? Quotient of each part. 134 by 25, you will get 5. 134 by 125, you will get 1. So 26 plus 5 plus 1, you will get 32 as the highest power of 5. Yes, yes, Ashutosh, I am seeing the chat box. Any particular doubt you have, please let me know. See, when we take a session on YouTube, it will have 10 to 15 seconds of delay. So, Ashutosh. Answer is 6. Very good. Okay. 6. Okay. Great. What about last? Surabhi, can you ask it clearly? Clearly. Okay. So I'm just giving you the multiple methods that are there. You can use whichever you find convenient for you. Okay. How we take 600? So I am assuming that 600 as a question, the value given in the question. Okay. Third one, up to what denominator? Uh, Up to what denominator means, see, if you are using the second method, okay, if you are using the second method, until you get a value less than 5, okay, you do it. Okay. After that, don't continue. But if you are using the earlier method, if you get quotient equal to 0, that part you can leave it. See, in this question, if I continue like this, one quotient of 134 divided by 625, my quotient will be 0, right? So I don't have to consider this. Whatever I put after this, 134 divided by 3125. Even here, quotient will be 0. I don't have to consider these things. That is why I am stopping here itself. Okay. In 600, 4 is remainder. Huh? No, whatever quotient I am getting here, that quotient I should again bring it here. Okay. Whatever quotient I am getting here, that I am bringing here. Right? Quotient will be 4. Remainder will be 100. Kaushik. Quotient will be 4. Remainder will be 100. Okay. So that how trailing zeros can be related. I'm going to explain that. Don't worry about it. Kalyas. Wonderful, guys. Wonderful. So let us see the next question. 500 factorial. This is your assignment. Try to do this. Okay. For 500 factorial, what is the highest power of 5? This is very simple. Solve this and then let put it in the comment section. Okay. Now try to listen to the other questions. Highest power of 3 that can divide 90 factorial. Now, remainder of 90 factorial divided by 3 raised to the power n should be equal to 0. We know that how many ever number of 3's are there in the numerator, that is the answer, right? So there are two methods that we can use here. 90 by 3, that is quotient of 90 by 3 plus quotient of 90 by 3 square, that is 9, plus quotient of 90 by 3 cube, that is 27, plus quotient of 90 by 3 power 4, that is 81, plus quotient of 90 by 243. From this point onwards, all these values will be 0, right? So no need to consider these. So stop at this point and just take the values. Quotient of 90 by 3 is 30. Quotient of 90 by 9 is 10. Quotient of 90 by 27 is 3. That is 27 into 3 is 81, right? So that will be the quotient. Quotient of 90 by 81 is 1. Add these values, you will get the answer. 30 plus 10 plus 3 plus 1 is 44. This is your answer for this question. Understood? 124, previous answer. Okay. 500 factorial. Done. Yeah, I will, Ashutosh, I will repeat that method for this question. Okay. So the other method, that is L division method, I will explain that here. For this question, so the number which is given is 90. So what we have to do is, we have to divide it by 3. When you divide it by 3, what is the quotient you get? 30, right? So write this 30 here again. Again divided by 3. What do you get? Quotient 10. Write that here. Again divided by 3, you get quotient 3, right? Write it here. Again divided by 3, you get quotient 1. Write it here. Now, can you divide 1 by 3? No, right? So, stop at this point. No need to continue. Add these values, 30 plus 10 plus 3 plus 1. How much do you get? 44. Right? Same thing for 5 also. Whatever number they are giving. Okay, whatever prime number they are giving, you can use this method. With the same question, what is the highest power of 6? For this, we will discuss in our intense placement training. Okay. So for these kind of questions. So basically for prime numbers, I am giving you the method. When it comes to composite numbers like this, what has to be done, that we will see in our regular classes. Okay. Fine. 44. Very good. Monisha, Pratima, very good. 44. All right. So now let us see this question. What is the highest power of 2 that can divide 80 factorial? Can you try this on your own? I will give you like 30 seconds. 30 seconds itself is Surabhi, if the value is 900, you use the same method. 900 by 3, you will get 300. Again, 300 by 3, you will get 100. Again, 100 by 3, like that, you can continue this method. See, until you get a quotient which is less than the divisor, you have to use that method. Okay. So for this question, please give the answer. Dikshita, the details about the session is given in the description. There is a link given in the description. You can check that and you will get the details about this intense training session. Whatever we are going to take till December 30, it is for free. You can attend on YouTube itself. 80 by 2, I get 40, right? 40 divided by 2, 20. 20 divided by 2, 10. 10 divided by 2, 5. 5 divided by 2, 2. 2 divided by 2, 1. So I got a value which is less than the divisor. So until this point, I have to, at this point, I have to stop and add these values, right? 40 plus 20 plus 10 is 70. 70 plus 5 plus 2 plus 1 is 78. So many of you have given the correct answer. Wonderful. See, some of you have given 77 as answer. What happens here is, after you get this 2 can be still divided by 2 to get a quotient 1. This part also you have to consider. Only when you get the value which is less than the divisor. See, 2 is our divisor. When you get a value less than the divisor, you can stop. Until then, you have to do it. Okay. Yes, Dikshita, you can refer to these videos later also. 78. Very good, guys. Very good. 40 plus 20 plus 10 plus 5 plus 2 plus 1. Very good, Kalayarasan. Okay. Now let us go to the next part of our video. Okay. This is the question which I gave in the intro, right? 350 factorial. Highest power of 7 that can divide 350 factorial. So 350, and you divide this by 7, you get 50 as quotient. When you divide this 50 by 7, you get 7 as quotient. When you divide this 7 by 7, you get 1 as quotient. Now you got a value which is less than 7. So stop at this point. So 50 plus 7 plus 1. That's all. 58. Right? It takes less than 20 seconds to solve these kind of questions, right? Once we know this method. Welcome Deepak. 58. Great, great, very good guys, very good, very good. Please do not make mistakes while adding the value or typing it. Okay, fine. Let us see the next one. How many trailing zeros? Now we are getting into the topic of trailing zeros. Okay, how many trailing zeros are there in the given product? Now, always remember this, everyone. Okay, always remember this. When 5 and 2 are combined, okay, when 5 and 2 get married, 0 will be born. Okay, remember like this. When 5 and 2 get married, 0 will be born. Now, how many ever number of 5s are there? We have to find out. How many 5s are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So in this product, number of 5s, we have 12, right? We have 12 number of 5s. Let us find out how many 2s are there. Number of 2s. Okay. Why we are doing this? Because how many ever number of 5s are there, and if you can multiply each 5 or with 1, 2, that many number of zeros will happen. So we have to find out how many 5s are there and how many 2s are there. Okay. So in 10, you will have 1, 2, right? In 20, you will have 2 2s. Why? 20 is 4 into 5, which is 2 into 2 into 5, right? 20 is 2 into 2 into 5. In this, you have 2 2s. 25, you don't have a 2. In 30, you have 1 2, right? Okay. In 35, you don't have a 2. In 40, 40 is nothing but 2 into 2 into 2 into 5. That is 8 into 5, right? So in this, you have 1, 2, 3. 3 2s you have. In 45, you don't have anything. In 50, you have 1 2, right? So how many 2s are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are only 8 2s in this product. That means when you expand this number, 2, you will see the number 2 8 times and the number 5 12 times. So there are 5s. There are how many 5s? 12 5s, and there are 8 2s. Now, in this group, each 5 can be joined with 1 2 to give 1 0. So 10 10 like this, 8 times 10 will appear. Now, when you multiply the remaining terms, you will get some value which will have a significant digit. Okay, which will have a significant digit at the end, which is multiplied with 10 power 8. Which means what? The last significant digit followed by 8 zeros. Right? So these are the trailing zeros. Okay, these are called trailing zeros. They're asking how many trailing zeros are there. So for this question, we have 8 trailing zeros, which means there are 8 2s, and number of 5s, even though it is more than 8, we can only take 8 5s and 8 2s, combine them to get 8 zeros. All right. So like this, you have to find out how many 5s are there and how many 2s are there to get the number of zeros. Understood, everyone? Yes. Dikshita, very good. So every time you have to check for multiples of 2 and 5. How many times 2 occurs and how many times 5 occurs? Okay. Very good. Thank you, Deepak. Okay. Let me give you a quick explanation one more time. See, I can write 5 as 5 itself, this 10 as 2 into 5, 15 as 3 into 5, 20 as 2 into 2 into 5, 25 as 5 into 5, 30 as 2 into 3 into 5, 35 as 7 into 5, 40 as 2 into 2 into 2 into 5, 45 is 9 into 5, 50 is 2 into 5 into 5. Like this, I am splitting each number to their core prime numbers. Okay. How many 5s are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How many 2s are there? This 2 can be combined with this 5. Okay. This 2 and this 5 can be combined. This 2 and this 5 can be combined. Right? This 2 and this 5 can be combined. I am taking this 2 here, combining here. I am taking this 2 and combining here. I'm taking this, combining here. And I'm taking this 2 and combining with this 5. So when there are number of 2s are 8, number of 5s are 12. Okay. So whichever is the least value, that many zeros will be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is how we have to check for how many number of 2s are there and how many number of 5s are there. This is actually a moderate level question. Here you cannot use any shortcut method to find out number of 2s and number of 5s. You have to check for each and everything. But in the next question which we are going to see, you can easily find out how many trailing zeros are there. First, find out how many in 100 factorial. Find out how many 2s are in 100 factorial. How do you find 100 number of 2s? Divided by 2, you get 50 as quotient. Take this 50. Divided by 2, you get 25. Take this 25. Divided by 2, you get quotient 12. Take this 12. Divided by 2, you get 6. Take this 6. Divided by 2, you get 3. Take this 3. Divided by 2, you get quotient as 1. Add these values. When you add these values, what do you get? 75, 87, 93, 96, 97. There are 97 2s in 100 factorial. Okay. So number of 2s is 97. Now we have to find out number of 5s. 100 divided by 5, you get 20. 20 divided by 5, you get 4. Right? So the value is less than 5, stop it here. So number of 5s is 24. Now what you have to do? Whatever is the least value, that many number of trailing zeros will be there. So the answer is 24. So at the end of 100 factorial, when you write 100 factorial, after the last significant digit, there will be 24 zeros. Okay, there will be 24 zeros. I told you there is a link between finding highest power of 5 and trailing zeros, right? Always when it is a factorial, unlike the previous question, here number of 2s is less than number of 5s, but when it comes to factorial values, okay, number of 2s will always be more than number of 5s. Okay, whatever the factorial you take, number of 2s will always be more than number of 5s. In those cases, you don't have to find out number of 2s and number of 5s. You find out only number of 5s. Only this is enough. Okay, 100 by 5 plus 100 by 25, 24. you can directly give the answer as 24, which is the number of trailing zeros. Okay. So finding highest power of 5 and finding number of trailing zeros both have same calculation. All right. You don't have to worry about finding number of 2's here. Why we are taking only 2's and 5's? It is because only when you multiply 2 and a 5. See, I can take 4 and 5 also. But instead of taking 4 and 5, what I will do is, I will take that 4 as 2 into 2, so that I can utilize that extra 2 to some other 5. Correct? A 4 has 2 2's. Instead of marrying both the 2's to 1 5, I take only 1 2 for 1 5, and the other 2 I take it for another 5. Right? We follow the tradition. Understood, everyone? Okay. Now, can you give me answer for this? Okay. So you just have to find out number of 5's for this, right? You only have to find out number of 5's. So 625, when you divide it by 5, you get 125. 125, when you divide it by 5, you get 25. 25, when you divide it by 5, you get 5. 5, when you divide it by 5, you get 1. So just add these values. 125 plus 25 plus 5 plus 1, which is 156. So at the end of 625 factorial, there will be 156 trailing zeros. Very good. Kalayarasan, very good. Pratima, very good. Manoj, very good. Gautam Patel, very good. Sheely, very good. Rakshanda, very good. Very good, guys. Very good. Rudresha, Shashwa, Saho, Rajendra Prasad, very good, guys. Very good. Yeah. Okay. Manish, very good. Now, so this is the basics of finding number of trailing zeros and highest power. Okay. So today's assignment was this one, right? Try to give answer for this in the comment section. Now for the questions which I gave as assignment in the first 2 days, let us solve this. So this is a question from LCM. What is the smallest 4-digit number? So before this, I will also tell you, like, if you have any doubts, you can text me on WhatsApp. This is my WhatsApp number. Okay, 9566634509. If you have any doubts, you can always text me. I will try to clarify. 9566634509. Okay. Now, what is the smallest 4-digit number that is divisible by 12, 18, and 24? Now, first we have to find out LCM of 12, 18, and 24. What can we do? 24 into 2, 48. It is divisible by 12, but not by 18. 24 into 3, 72. It is divisible by 12 as well as 18. Right? So this is the LCM. LCM equal to 72. Now, smallest 4-digit number. Without any condition, if they ask you what is the smallest 4-digit number, what will you do? You will write it as 1000, right? Because 1000 is the smallest 4-digit number that is available in our decimal system, right? Okay. Now, what you do is divide this by 72. I'm going to give you two methods. Okay, this is one of the method. Divide this by 72. Okay, 172 remaining will be 28. 280. 3 times 72 is 216. So it will be 64. Now 1000 minus this remainder plus 72 will give you the answer. Okay, this will give you the answer. 1000 minus 64 plus 72. Minus 64 plus 72 is how much? Plus 8, right? So just write it as 1000 plus 8, 1008. This is your answer. Okay. Why we are subtracting this 64? When you subtract 1000 minus 64, how do we get this 64? The 64 is the remainder when 1000 is divided by 72. You will get a multiple of 72. Okay, a multiple of 72 that is very close to 1000 but also less than 1000. Okay, a multiple of 72 that is close to 1000 and also less than 1000. Now you will get 936, which is actually a multiple of 72. To this, if you add one more 72, what will happen? You will get another multiple of 72, which will definitely be greater than 1000. Am I correct? So that is why we do this. 1000 is divided by that LCM so that you will get a remainder. That remainder can be subtracted. Okay. That remainder can be subtracted to get a multiple of 72. To that, add one more 72, you will get a value which is greater than 1000. Okay. This is one way of doing it. What is the other way in which we can do? We know 72 is the LCM, which means 720 is a multiple of 72, right? 720 is a multiple of 72. Half of 720 is what? 360. When you add these two, you get 1080. Okay, you get a value greater than 1000. Still, when you subtract 1080, when you subtract 72 from 1080, you will get 1008. It is still greater than 1000. So this will be your answer. Like this, you can just do some guesswork and you can get the answer. For this, you should be very good in multiples of the LCM, like taking multiples of these values. Okay. So once you are good in that, you can do like this and you can get the answer easily. Okay. Very good. Halesh, very good. Rajendra Prasad, very good. Shivram, very good. Manpreet, very good. Madhukumari, very good. Mohan, Devi Priya, wonderful guys, wonderful. Great. Let us see the next one. 4 bells A, B, C, D ring at intervals 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and 8 minutes respectively, right? So first bell rings once every 2 minutes. So second minute, 4th minute, 6th minute, 8th minute, 10th minute, like that, it will go on. Second bell, 3rd, 6th, 9th, 12th, 15th, it will go on. Third bell, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, it will go on. 4th bell will be 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, like that, it will go on. Now what we have to find out is, they all rang together for the first time at 4 p.m. For the next time, when will they ring together? Okay, after 4 p.m., the next time when they ring, what will be the time? Now, we have to find a common number, a number that is common for all these multiples, which means what we have to do? We have to find out LCM. See, if you take only the first bell and the second bell, what happens? They both ring together after 6 minutes, right? If you take first 3 bells, what will happen? So at some point 30 will be there. Here also at some point 30 will be there. Here also at some point 30 will be there. first 3 bells, they will ring together after 30 minutes, right? So what is this value when you take only for first 2 and 3, LCM is 6. 2, 3 and 5, LCM is 30. So for the actual answer, what we have to do? LCM of 2, 3, 5 and 8, right? For 2, 3 and 5, 30 is the LCM. For 30 and 8, 120 will be the LCM. Okay. What is 120 minutes? 2 hours, right? 120 minutes is 2 hours. So 2 hours in the sense, if first time it rang at 4 o'clock, 4 p.m. to this, if you add 2 hours, you will get 6 p.m. So all these bells will ring together again at 6 p.m. This is your answer. Basically, what you have to do, you have to take LCM of the values. That's all. Okay. Very good, guys. Very good. Rakshanda, I hope you understood why it is not 404. Wonderful. Manish, Rakshanda, Manoj, Manpreet, Madhukumari, Monisha. Very good, guys. Very good. Okay. So let us see the next question. What is the largest measure of a scale that can be used to measure both length and breadth of a room? If the length is 4.25 meters and the breadth is 3.25 meters. Now, if I take a scale, okay, when I use that scale here, that scale should exactly measure the breadth. The same scale, if I keep it multiple times, lengthwise, okay, same scale, I am keeping it multiple times lengthwise to measure the length. Without breaking, it should exactly measure the length. So like this, what is the maximum value of the scale I can use? See, if I use a scale which is 1 centimeter, even that will be satisfying this, correct? 4.25 meters means 425 centimeter. 3.25 meters means 325 centimeter. Even if I use a 1 centimeter scale, I can measure both length and breadth without breaking the scale, right? If I use a 5 centimeter scale also, I can measure without any problem, right? Now, like this, 1, 5, these are all nothing but common factors of these two numbers, right? Common factors of these two numbers. In this case, they are asking the maximum value, which means maximum is same as highest, right? That means we have to find out highest common factor. Okay, so when we find out the highest common factor, HCF of 425 and 325. Why I am taking 425, 325 instead of 4.25, 3.25? I am converting that into centimeters. Later on, I can again put the decimal point back and make it meters, right? So both can be divided by 5. So I will be getting 20 into 4 is 80, 85. This is 65. Again, I can divide it by 5. I will get 17 and 13. Now, when we take HCF, what do we do? When there is no common prime number to divide, we stop at that point and multiply only these values. So the HCF here is 25, which means 25 centimeter or 0.25 meter. A 0.25 meter scale can be used to measure both length and breadth without breaking the scale, right? Okay. I will take a simpler value, okay, to make you understand. I have length 15 meter and breadth 10 meter. If I use a 5-meter scale, what will happen? I can use it once here. One more time I can use. I can measure the breadth without breaking the scale. Correct? The same thing. If I use it lengthwise, I can use it 3 times. Right? 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, like this. So what is that 5 for 15 and 10? HCF of 10 and 15 is nothing but what? 5. So that is the largest value. Okay. So largest value that will divide both length and breadth. So that is why we are finding just HCF of the length and breadth to find out the highest value of or highest measure of the scale. Okay. So the last question. 111 power for this. What will happen? 1 power anything will end in 1. Unit digit of this will be 1. Here I will be taking 2 and the last 2 digits of power value. 2 power 20 plus 2. So I just have to take 2 power 2, right? So which is 4. 333 power 333 means I will be taking 3 and last 2 digits 33. So 3 power 32 plus 1. So I will take only 3 power 1. So unit digit will be 3. 4 power even number will give you 6 as the unit digit. 5 power anything will give you 5 as the unit digit. So let us put that here. 3 here. When you add all these things, 1 plus 4 plus 3 plus 6 plus 5, you will get 19, right? You'll get 19. You cannot say 19 as the unit digit. 9 is the unit digit. Okay, 19, what is the last term? 9. So that is the unit digit of this expression. Okay, very good. So, Trilokni, Ruby, I didn't I didn't get the required number of attendees, right? So, anyway, there is nothing wrong in giving you the book. This is the link where you can go and download the book. I'm happy that you are at least watching every day. Continue watching the videos every day. Okay. So you can download that book. The link I have given there. Right. If you have any doubts, you have my contact number. You can contact me anytime. Like anytime in the sense, not late night and all. Daytime, you can just contact me. If you have any doubts regarding any question, send me the question and I will clarify that for you. If you have any doubts regarding the training session that we are going to organize, you can call me directly to get more details. Okay. Yes, Kaushik, I will share that in Telegram group also. Right. Thank you so much, everyone. We will see tomorrow with a different topic. Good night.